Often in this class, in the formal labs, you're going to need to include an equation in your lab report. So how do I go about putting an equation in Word? All right, so let's say that my equation is V1 divided by T1 equals V2 divided by T2. All right, well, the problem here is that is hideous, and it's not really acceptable, okay? And especially, it's kind of, this is easy enough, and this is kind of simple enough, but when we start getting into these, like, really complex things, this is just going to get too confusing, and I won't be able to tell what you're doing. All right, so you do this, you take this, that's no good. What I want is I want you to use the equation editor, okay? Now, there are a couple ways that you can do this. You can go to Document Elements and you can hit Equation, or you can go up here to Insert an Equation, and you'll get an equation editor. All right, so if I'm going to put this in, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do fraction, and it'll give me a whole bunch of options. I always like the top and bottom, the stacked fraction, okay? So here's my small fraction, and then the first thing I see is instead of going V1, I want to make sure that I put in a script. Okay, so there are a couple ways you could do this, so I'm going to show you one way. If I know that a script is coming, I can do this, where it gives me a subscript. Okay, so this would be V, and then I move to the next box, which is 1. Or if I put in my T and I highlight it, I can make a subscript, and it'll give me another box. Okay? And then I just do the same thing on the other side. Occasionally you might exit out of the box and you need to come back to equation tools. I want another fraction. Subscript here, and then I can start entering stuff in. V2, T2. Okay, so I can put that in. It's a little bit more tedious, but it's fine, okay? Now, I do want equations to be centered on the page. They should kind of stand out from your normal text a little bit, so this is perfect.